Hey, oh my goodness, I'm a little late today, but that's all right. I'm here and I'm super excited to hang out with you while I hand letter some workbook packages. And if you are watching this portion of the video, then I am assuming you're on the replay. I still want to hang out with you and would love for you to comment, let me know where you're watching from, and just enjoy watching these be lettered. Some people have told me that it's a little bit relaxing to watch. So I have so many to letter. Hey, Felicia, that I thought it would be fun to let you see if you see your name. If you have recently ordered a workbook, I am about to hand letter all these packages. And then at the end, I may take a few requests. I have some computer paper here ready to go too, that maybe we could just do a few requests. So I'm going to move these out of the way though and get started on these workbook orders. Hey, Susie, it's so good to see you. All right, I've got a few markers here just in case I get low on, what is it, ink in here? These are, I'm using an Amazon Basics permanent marker. These are some of my favorite markers, and I have them linked because I'll always get asked if I start using these. And so I have them linked. If you comment resources, it will send you a link to my favorite paint pens, my favorite, like this pen. And I love using these like on craft paper, cardstock, all the things. Hey, Betty. Okay, first up is Rebecca. Rebecca is a little bit hard because it's got that double C in it. And so, or at least this Rebecca does. I know you can spell it lots of different ways. But I will say, I do not go in when you order a workbook and I hand letter your name on the outside. I do not come in and do all the downstrokes just to save time. But hey, if we have fun hanging out here today, I might pick a few to do that too. So I'm going to just start a stack. This one is going to Peggy. All right, here's my thing about the G's and the Y's. We can have so much fun with those. So let's see. Hey, Natalie, it's so good to see you here today. All right, I said Peggy. Okay. P, and then watch this. We can take this G and give it a big loop. And there we go. Isn't that fun? So anything that has something that falls below the baseline like this, like a little tail that I call it, you can always do it real big and add a loop, and that gives it a little extra character. Okay, hey, Sandy. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do Heather, I think it was. I want to make sure not to show anybody shipping labels, but I love doing H and then coming across and making that next letter connect. That's always fun too. Let me angle it so y'all can see better. And then I make that A hit. And another thing, if you have followed me for a little bit, you know that I love a TH connection where I come down and then come across, make it hit, ER. All right. And see, I just like adding this. I recently was with a group of ladies that have similar businesses to me, and not all of them were hand letterers, but oh, look, it's another Heather. So let's do it a different way. We'll do a different type of H on it. So we'll have this one up here for reference, and then I'll do this one different. And they were like, do you still hand letter on all your packages? And I said, yes, I do. And they were like, oh, I gave that up a long time ago. And I said, well, the reason why is because it's always commented on. Y'all love it. And so I don't think, unless things just got astronomically crazy, which some days I feel like maybe, no, I don't. Because I'm like, it means so much. Like when you order from a small business, it means so much. And I can take the time. If you are going to support our small business, I'm going to take this time. And I'm not, that's no disrespect to the person who said they gave that up. I don't mean that in any kind of way. It's just, I don't want to give this up yet. And I hope to not have to. Okay. So this one is a different Heather. Let me make sure. Oh yeah, different Heather. Because I was like, maybe I duplicated, but I didn't. Heather's a very common name. So I'm going to do my H a little different on this one. Let's give this H a loop. I'm going to come across like this, and you might be like, that's not an H, but watch this. And then we can take this like that. Well, yeah, I guess I will connect it since I picked up my pen. I was about to say I'll do the TH a little different, but I'll keep it. And then how about this? Let's give this R a flourish. Okay, here we go. E, and then I'm going to come really low with this R. Oh, which one do you like better? Okay, I think y'all are all going to vote for this one. 1 or 2? Did I spell Heather right? That's another thing that will happen if I start lettering a lot. I'm like, ooh, maybe I misspelled that. But I did. Okay. But yeah, I'm thinking this one's the prettier one. Sorry for the first Heather. Okay, let's keep going. I've got a Jessica. I've got a lot of 90s names here. Yeah, I agree. Two is better. So it's funny because I'm a Danielle. I was born in 88. So like I grew up with a lot of Jessica, Megan, Danielle, just Jennifer, like all those names, you know. I had Jennifer on my mind and I was about to write Jennifer. Let me see if I can say this. Okay. Double S I C A. So if you're watching this, Jessica, and you get your package and you see that, you knew I messed up on the live. See that little squiggle? I was about to draw Jennifer, and then I was like, oh, but it's still a J, so we're still good. Thanks, Felicia. Okay, so I'll give this one a heart on that I. And then sometimes just to like do some more room, I want to kind of take up the whole package. I'll add that little flourish. All right, and ANNE. And y'all, if you are new here, inside all of these packages are my hand lettering for beginners. Well, actually, it's lettering for absolute beginners workbook. And if you are interested in the workbook, you can comment workbook, or like if you comment workbook, it'll send you a link to the workbook in my class, on my website. But if you want to, I'm going to have to think about this one. This is a name I've never seen. So I got to not talk while I do it. But if you're interested in the workbook, it will send you a link to the workbook. But if you would like to take my online class, you can comment beginner. And from that class, you can add on the workbook and you get free shipping if you do it as an add-on to your class. So there's another option as well. Okay, so I'm going to get y'all to, so Meniesa. Menisa is how I would pronounce that. So let's do Meniesa. And if you see your name come across here, I would love for you to say, hey, that's my workbook. Or maybe you didn't order, but it's still your name. Okay, Meniesa. Meniesa. Okay, and something that can be said about, like, see how this S comes way down low, the N is kind of halfway, the E is up higher. This is what you call adding bounce to your lettering. And so I love to have fun with that too. It's really like you can't go wrong. The only thing you could go wrong with, Sandy, comment beginner to get the class. Class would be a good word for me to use though as a keyword, but I just used beginner. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yes, it is a one-time class and it is all pre-recorded. You get lifetime access to it and you will be able to pause, rewind, learn at your own pace. And it's great. Like it is, when I say it's great, I'm not like trying to say like I did a good job. I'm just saying it's a great starting point because it's so thorough when it comes to breaking it down. Okay, this is going to Julie. I'm going to give this J another big loop, L, and you see big bounce here, Julie, and then let me give this one another little flourish. Look, wouldn't you be so excited to get that in the mail? I know I would. Okay, Pam is a shorter name, so I'm going to go loopy with my P, A, M, and then let me bring that M around for a flourish to kind of take up more space on the box. Envelope. Okay, and this one is Alicia. So another way that I like to connect, like when I connected that H with the E for Heather, I can take this and do ALICIA. And notice how I'm picking up my pen. I talk about that a lot in class. This is not your traditional cursive. You are going to be picking up your pen a lot if you take the class or the workbook. And the workbook goes into all those instructions too. Okay. Keep it going. Let's see. Bonnie. Okay, there's so many ways you can do B. And that's another thing in the workbook. There's like 10 different, well, it's 5 different alphabets, but it's 5 different ways to do the same letters. And so that's really fun. I'm going to do a loopy one. And I'm so sorry. I should turn it for y'all. N, I, E. Love it. I'm going to make this a heart too. Okay. Up next, Tracy, and it's spelled Tracey. And then Y, we can flourish around like that to take up some more space. I love it. I love lettering your names too, because I feel like in this brief moment, I connect with you for just a second. And I do I'm not absolutely perfect about it, but I'm like, Lord, please let all these people enjoy this book. And I pray that, y'all will have fun learning and be encouraged. Sometimes I've had people say, this is Sharon, that it's a relaxing new hobby for them, that they do. Let me make sure this is S-H-R. Yeah, just one R in this Sharon. That it's a new relaxing hobby for them. Tracy, okay, so that one had E-Y. But yeah, and I get to see all these different spellings of names. Okay, I've got a Rita and a Melody. Let me do Melody. How pretty. Okay, so last time I did an M like that. This time I'm going to do more traditional. Mel. O. And then I'm going to bring that D around real big. So see how I'm taking it very slow. And, well, I say very slow. But you don't want to go too slow, because then you'll have jags, in your lettering. But so you want to keep a flow. But I stopped here so that I could think about kicking it out and giving it space. Okay, this one's Rita. I'm going to do another R similar to that B that I did earlier. Let me come back around. Rita. And I got to get really big with this one because it's a smaller name too. Got a little bit of a mess up here. How about this? Since I messed up right here, let's add in the body on this one, because I don't want to get rid of one that's got a little bit of a mess up. So we're going to hide that mess up, and we're going to take hers all the way into the method that I teach in the book, where you just go on all those downstrokes and add in the thickness. So I don't want Rita to feel like she got one that had a mess up. So actually, Rita will get one that's got extra attention. So I'm going to come in on those downstrokes and get it balanced. And because I had to thicken up that other upstroke, I'm going to thicken this up just a little bit. But here you can see the method that I'm going to teach you in the book and the class. So here I am doing this method where I'm bringing this to life. So now I'm going to come back on this upstroke and then retrace in a new place. And here we go. Fill it in. I like to say don't scribble, just kind of keep going back over those lines until you've got it filled in. But see how that's bringing it to life? Here we go on this downstroke. And up, y'all, I did see that this Amazon Basics, these Sharpies, they just put out colors. So I haven't bought any yet, but I want to, because white and black's real good too. But I also love brown. I think brown would be fun for me to use because it would match kind of my colors. So I'm going to look and see about getting a pack of those, and I could review those for you too. Okay, so see, I'm just coming in on the downstroke. This one I will retrace just to kind of balance everything out on the upstroke. But then on the down, I'm coming in a totally different spot to get it really thick. Coming up. Your goal is just to kind of look at it from behind, pull it out from you, and then just kind of see if everything's looking balanced. Tracy and Shelly asked, so if you comment resources, it'll send you a link to this marker and other things I recommend. It'll take you to my website, and on the website I say, and it gives you free practice sheets too if you want some practice sheets. But I get asked a lot, so I just created like a little house for these links. And so if you comment that, it will send you there. But this isn't, to answer your question though, it's an Amazon Basics permanent marker. And the reason I tried these out originally was because they were so much cheaper. I was going through so many Sharpies packaging sites and they were so much cheaper than Sharpies. It was just expensive. But they have these, they are amazing. Like, okay, like look, I have so many of them. They come in a box of 24 and they are always on sale. But like the most I've ever paid, I think, is like $11 or $12. But they're probably, or no, I actually might have paid 15 or so. But it doesn't matter. Even at that price, it's cheaper than buying a bunch of Sharpies. But sometimes on a really good day, you can get them for $7, 24. And they're just great. Now, you would not use these in the book because they would bleed. It's just like a regular Sharpie that's got a lot of, you know, a lot of weight to the ink, but it's great for cardstock. And I'll show you me using it on cardstock later. Okay, Rita, you are all fixed up now. Okay. Oh, good. Angela's purchased them and said, so far, so good. Yeah, the Posca paint pens you'll find on that resources page too. And it is great. Like those Poscas have been life-changing to me. Like I have so many old videos where I'm using those Elmers like this. I don't have any Poscas out here with me, but this is what I used to use. And I hate to hate on them because they've brought me so far in my lettering journey, but okay, this one was Jody. Let's do Jody's name. Okay, I've been doing loops in the J's, but I kind of want to keep that going. Look, I'm running out. You probably can't tell, but I'm kind of running out. But I'm not going to change for this one. I'll change on the next one. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I don't know, y'all. That's bad. Okay, because I use these so much. So they do last. I don't want you to think they don't last. But I brought some backups because I knew I had been working through these for a while. Okay, y'all got to watch me do this one too. I'm sorry. I was going to try to just do, so this way would be called mono weight or just line, like, you know, mono line. That's the word, mono line. But I do that only on the packages to save time. But this one, it just doesn't look good. And I'm not going to send you something if I don't really like it too. So we're going to redo this one. So I'm just coming in and I'm creating a thicker downstroke. Same exact method that I did for Rita. And filling it in. And you're going to want the transition into the upstroke to not be super noticeable because what we're doing is we're the reason that I'm teaching you this method is because this is what's going to help you when you want to create big projects like chalkboard signs and like your big banners that you've seen me do on the page, like anything big. If you're using paint pens or Sharpies, you don't have a brush pen, so you can't do true calligraphy. You have to fake it because, you know, it's like such a larger medium. So this gives you the look of calligraphy. And the goal is to make it seem as if you never picked up your pen because that's how calligraphy is. You are adding pressure on the way down, on that downstroke. So when you're coming in, you want to make sure it looks like a seamless transition. And that's why sometimes you will see me go back into the upstroke. It's just to kind of smooth it all out, you know. Wish they were smelly flavors like when we were kids, like bubble gum, strawberry grape. Yes, Angela, that'd be so funny if those new colorful ones were like that. Okay, let's see. Does it have a strong smell? This one, okay, right now, I'm not smelling anything, but every now and then I will open one that's stronger than others. Isn't that crazy? Like they don't all. Okay, Angela bought some. How do you feel about them, Angela? Do yours have a strong smell? Because every now and then I'll get one that I'm like, whoa, but not all of them are like that. So I don't know. But yeah, if you have migraines, this is what you should do if you order them. Get someone else to open up some and give them a smell. Or you know what it could be? Maybe after mine have been here a while, they don't smell anymore. I don't know. I'm confused by that. I'm thinking, is it when I get a new pack? I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, awesome, Brenda. I'm so excited to hear that. I hope you love it. And I hope that this is my goal with the book and the class, to take away the intimidation that you see all these hand lettering things, maybe online or in stores. Like if you've seen Hobby Lobby signs, or I say Hobby Lobby, they're kind of, all over now. You can hand lettered signs. Then you may feel like, oh my gosh, that's so pretty, I can't do that. But if you see it like this, it's like, oh, and I hope that it gives you, like seeing these Facebook Lives that I do or Reels that I post, I hope it takes out that intimidation for you. And then in the class, I go over more in depth, letter by letter. I do the same letter 3 different ways. And then I teach you about connecting letters, double letters, because those can be a booger sometimes. We go over lettering layouts. Like if you want to lay out a phrase or a scripture, what's my thought process by how to lay that out? So there's one whole session on just that. Okay, here's Jody. She's all fixed up now. Okay, let's hope I don't mess up again, so y'all don't have to watch me do that for so long. Okay, Angela said she does not feel like they are super strong smelling. Let's see. And you do get migraines and they don't bother you. So that's good to know. I do not, but my sister struggles with migraines, and I always feel for her whenever they hit, because they really can take out her day. Oh, I'm so sorry y'all deal with that. Okay, this is an L-I-S-A. And I really talk about spreading out your letters, because with as big as this is, you can definitely come in and add those downstrokes. You have the space to do it. If you draw everything super tight, you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to run out of space and everything's going to start looking, the whole word will look thick. Hey, Kim. All right. This one, H-E-M-A. Emma. Nice. Okay. I'm going to do my H another different way. So not the same way I did Heather and Heather, but we're going to do this one like this. Look at that H. There are so many ways. And then look, just because it's a small name, I'm going to add that flourish and then the A. It's so fun to just try different ways to fill up the envelope. Okay, this is Kathleen. Okay, so I'm going to do K, A. This time I'm not going to connect that TH, so you can see it done that way. Kathleen. I shouldn't have picked up my pen, because I also teach, like, look, you got to go until it feels natural to stop. And it would not normally have felt natural, but for some, it's probably because I'm talking. Hey, Judy. Oh, yay. I'm so glad. Judy I believe you already have the book, right? Okay, I'm going to go this way. Woo. Woo. Okay, and this time I'm going to do a straight across. I got a little bit nervous right there, but that stretched all the way across the envelope really nicely. Okay, let's see. This one's to Hope. So another H. Okay, we've done 4 H's. So I'm trying to think of another way to do one. Okay, this one's a little different. So I don't use this one a ton, so it's really not my favorite, but I like to just show you. So let's say I go like this. Okay, so that's like the H, and then O, P, E. Not my favorite, not gonna lie. But for this one, I would downstroke here and make that real thick. I hope that Hope likes it. Okay, let's see. But there's other H's in there, so she can pick another one if she doesn't like that one. Okay, here's Dawn, and I love how we can do this D all the way across. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. D-A. And then, there's so many ways you can do W. Let's do this. Okay, and then watch how I do this N. That's like double flourish. So fun. Okay. Up next is Esther. E-S-T-H-E-R. E-S-T-H. R. Let me make that go all the way across. Ah, there we go. Love it. Okay, got just a couple more, and then I'll take a few requests before I go. If I have to, let me look at the time. I got to make sure that I'm off by a certain time. Okay, Teresa. T-E-R. Another reason why I brought extras is because sometimes, let me make sure I spell this right. T-E-R-E. Is sometimes once these markers have been open a while, it's not even that they're necessarily out of the ink, but it's like they have hit the air for so long. It's like they need to be capped. And if I come back to it later, it'll still be a good marker. I don't know. It's like it needs some breathing time in its little tube. I don't know. Okay, here's Deborah. D-E-B-R-A. Cute. Okay. All right, Shelly. Shelly, are you saying you would like to see your name? Beth. Okay, here's another way to do B. I know earlier we did B. This is kind of similar to that D I just did. So for this one, I'm going to come across, come down, and around. And this is not always typical. I just do this to take up more space on that envelope because I want to fill it up all the way. This one's Donna instead of just Dawn. So, okay, all right. I'll look back at some of these. Okay, let's see. Dawn, so just Dawn with an A. Okay. So let's do a different W on this one. And A. Very cool. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of these. Awesome. Susan, if you comment resources, I'll send you a link and it's got all that I recommend. Paint pens and these are on there. Caroline. Okay, I got a little mark right here by accident. Okay. This is an Amazon basic Sharpie, though, to answer your question. Caroline. Oh, I love the name Caroline. I think it's so pretty. Okay, let's see. Okay, I see some names. I will definitely get to those. Let's see. Thank y'all for hanging out. At first, I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to want to watch this, but you can get some ideas on different ways to letter different letters. So Ginger is this one. Oh, y'all, capital G is like my absolute favorite. Oh, and see, I see a Glenda. That's my mom's name. And I love capital G because you can get crazy with it. So this is one of my favorite ones. And then even, let's do this. Ginger. Oh, that is so fun. So fun. I love adding that little extra loop in there. Okay. And this one is Elizabeth. This one will definitely stretch across. And y'all don't hardly ever get to see Z. Let's do this. Huh? Anything that falls below and you can flourish up, have fun with it. Okay. Y'all, this one, I ain't gonna lie, not my greatest, but we got it on there. What do y'all think? I was feeling like I was running out of room and I got nervous. So let me do this. There we go. I just want y'all to love them when you get them in your mailbox. Okay, Delta. I have not heard of anyone named Delta. That's so cool. And I'm from the South. So, okay. All right. I see a lot of names. I'm nervous I won't get to all of them, but I'll do as many as I can before the time I have to be off. So, D-E-L-T-A. Oh, so cute. I have never heard that name. Do y'all know anybody named Delta or Delta? Are you on here watching? Okay, Jamie. This Jamie, I just emailed right before I came live. She got the class and there was a mix up with her login. So Jamie, if you are watching, I got you all fixed up in your email. Let's see, another Jamie. I did not plan that. Different one. Let's do it again, and then I can get to the request. Do it a little bit different. All right. Okay, I'm gonna grab the paper that I have. Luckily, it is cardstock. You have to know Delta Burke. Oh, Delta Burke. Oh my goodness, how did I forget her? My mama used to watch Designing Women all the time when I was a kid, and I'll be honest, I didn't care for it. I didn't care. I was like, you know, not really that into it. But now I bet as an adult, I bet I could go back and watch it and laugh. I bet they're really funny. Did you watch Designing Women? Okay, let's go back up. I'm scrolling back up to the first. Okay, Shelly. Shelly was the first one that kind of got this ball rolling. So let's do Shelly. Okay, and so what I'm going to do, I wonder if I can bring y'all in a little closer so that, yeah. All right, let's try this. C-H-E-L-L-I is how Shelly spells her name. Okay, again, lots of space. And then I'm going to come in on all those downstrokes, thicken it up. I like to say we're adding body to the bones. So we drew the bones and now we add the body. On the L, I'm adding it to both sides because the goal is just balance. You want it to look like it all kind of goes together. Both sides. You can kind of hear that squeaking of the marker. There is Shelly. And it's kind of angled. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Maybe that'll be better. There we go. There we go. Y'all can see all the camera set up. Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got next. Sorry, I'm like, my computer's far away, so I'm trying. Let's see. We've got Stuart Carnline. Okay, let me just do one because I want to be able to get to as many people as I can. So I'm going to do Stuart. This S is one of my favorites. I tell you what, to be able to get some more requests, I will do this portion first. And you just, I hate to say this, try to imagine it with thickness. But this way I can get to more people if I keep rolling with the monoline style. But the goal is to then thicken it up if you have like bigger projects that you want to do that with. Okay, let's see. Shelly. Yeah, so Shelly spelled differently. Let's do this S. And then like that. Oh, that's so fun. Because you can add this and this together as a like loopy style. Okay, let's see. Kim asked what markers I suggest, and I will say I like these, but if you're using the book, I suggest Tombow hard tip pens. Those are on the link too. If you comment resources, that's what I recommend for using inside the workbook. Let's see. Susan. Oh, Susan has two S's. Let's do this. Look. Oh, I just love it. Okay, Susie and Kathy. Let's see. Kathy. And then Susie. And Glenda. I don't know if I left myself enough room, but y'all can get the flow of how I letter these. I did. Yay. Sometimes people are like, I hold my breath to see if you're going to be able to make it. Okay, you seen, so Jamie, you put in your name and then your name was done twice. Isn't that funny? Okay, Lydia and Bella. Bonnie Davis, are you the Bonnie that I lettered the workbook for? So here's yours, Bonnie. I'm going to do Lydia. And something else I talk about in the class is D is like, imagine that you are doing an A, you kind of stop, and then you're adding in an L. That will give you, because this is the key, y'all. I have to have a difference in my upstroke and my downstroke. If I don't, it's going to look just like a fat letter. So you're going to want a difference. And so to do that, you leave that upstroke alone and you're going to only do on this side. I actually use D as a great demonstration in the book, and I have this exact like diagram. I'm like, I have an arrow pointing here and saying like, these need to be obviously smaller. Okay. Allie, I'm from Louisiana. I'm seeing old comments as I'm going through these requests. North Louisiana. So I don't have a Cajun accent. You know, those are really fun. And I'm kind of like more of an East Texas type of accent. To tell you a funny story, I'm going to do Margot. My senior year of high school, I went to New York for the first time. Let me check the time, y'all. Okay, I'm good. My husband's got to come back and use this office here in a minute. And so like we share an office. And so he has to be on work calls. And like, that's why I was late. I didn't tell you all that, but that's why I was late coming live, because he was still on a work call and we share. So anyway, but I was in New York and I hailed a taxi and this guy on the street said, "Are you from Texas?" And I said, "No, I'm from Louisiana, but what made you ask that? Like, why Texas, you know?" And he said, "Because you sound like our president." Well, our president was George W. at the time. Okay, let's see. Trudy, Natalie. So that cracked me up. And I have never thought that George W. had an accent, but that's because apparently he sounds like me. And I never picked up on it. Oh, here's another way you can do a D. Look at this. Fun. Love it. Okay. Trudy reminds me of the television show Monk. Has anybody ever seen Monk? This is so random. I am so random. But I love that show. Okay. Delta Dawn. That's so funny. Okay, let's see. Trudy. Oh, good. Trudy, you're new here. All right, let me keep going. I'm so sorry if I missed somebody. I'm going to scroll until, let's see. Felicia. CIA. Okay, making sure I got that right. CIA. Yay! So cute. Okay, let's see. Angel, and add an A at the end. Oh, wait, that's not. Totally read that comment in the right way. Okay, like, anyway. Okay, let's see. Angel. Let's do. And. So here's Angel, and then let's add an A for Angela. Funny. Okay. Oh, you're from Alabama. Well, we probably sound just alike too. Okay, let's see. Gianna with a different kind of G. Yes. Okay, here we go. So this one, I'm going to come from the bottom around. So G-I. Make sure I got this right. G-I-A. Okay. What do you think about this style? And then there's another style where we could have gone right here and put a loop and came around. So I don't know. I really like this one. The issue I have with this one is anytime I'm lettering like God, then I don't want it to seem like I'm not capitalizing God. So I use the other one for God. Okay, let's do some more. Let's see. That's funny, Allie. She said, I actually sound like Alabama. And look, so my friend Brooke is from Kentucky, and sometimes I feel like we sound alike too. Although I have joked, and I was like, Brooke's countryer than me. Like, she sounds more Southern than me. And somebody was like, no, y'all are the same. And I'm like, wow, that's sad that I don't even pick up on my own at all. Let's see, Mikael. Mikaela. All right, lots of bounce here. So let me do this. So, Michaela, if you want to screenshot that, I'll leave it for a second. But I want to show this. If I were to draw a line right here, that's my baseline. So when you fall below the baseline on some, and then on some you don't, that's what I mean by adding bounce. And so I talk about that a lot in the class and in the book. Carla. Oh, that is a fun one to do. And then we've got, oh, Kristen said that she was in New York and a man asked if she was from Florida. He said, I looked like I was from Florida. That's so funny. Are you tan? Are you really tan? Because that's the first thought I have. Okay. All right. Yes. I'll do Charlotte and Ciara. Love that. C-I-A-R-A. Okay. So see when I drew the bones here, how I got, like I picked up my pen and then when I hit it in a different spot. Well, guess what? You're going to hide those transitions with your thickness. So see how I just hit that real quick? Let's thicken up CR so y'all can see the whole thing done. And here, I'll come in on this downstroke. I'm doing these super fast. They could be a lot more particular, y'all. Okay. And then that one, I hit it right there. Yay. Okay, let's see. I said Ciara and I said Charlotte. So you do not have to add that little kick up here, but I don't know if I did. Okay, this is where I'm stopping because I have an issue with Charlotte. Sorry, y'all, my nose is itching. You know, what is the Southern saying for that? Somebody's coming to visit. My nose is itching means somebody's coming to visit. I want to hear all your stuff like that. Let me know if y'all have like, the other ones I have are if your palm's itching, it means you're about to come into money. Nose itching, somebody's coming to visit. That's really the only two I can think of off the top of my head. But for Charlotte, I always want to do, for some reason, I always want to do C-H-A-R-O. Wait. Yes. O. Like Charlotte. I don't know why I have this hang up with this name, but it's not. It's C-H-R-L-O. Okay. L-O-T-T-E. And then I would double cross it like that. Fun. Okay. And then Kelly and Natalie, I missed you earlier. Let me do Kelly right here and squeeze it in because hers is E-L-I. I'm sorry, but I just went with it. I just kept going. I'll redo you, Kelly. And Natalie. I was trying to save the spot. Here we go. And it's I-E. And then Natalie. L-I-E. I'm going to see if Joey's on his way out here. Okay. This one, I'll come like that. Oh, I love it, Natalie. Let's see. Dana, Jenny. Oh, and Tarita, I'm so sorry. I saw yours earlier. Tarita. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I apologize if I'm not. That's always what I'm nervous about when it comes to doing these. Ah! Okay, normally I would come like this. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do it just so you can see, but I would have done it like that. I just didn't make my measurements right. Sorry, y'all. Okay, let's see. Jenny. And, oh, Teresa, I already did that name, but I'll do it again. Okay, let's see. Jenny. Actually, I think I did Jenny on an envelope too. And Teresa. So that's how I would have done, that. All right, let's see. Yvonne. Oh my gracious, y'all. I want to get to all these, but I just don't think I can. Lisa, I'm so glad that you're here. Oh, I'm so glad she asked for the workbook for Christmas. Okay. How do you know where to thicken the letter in the spots or shadow it or whatever it's called? Okay. So, Gay, the way that works is you are always going to do it to the downstrokes. So, y'all, I'm going to be done with request. Ear ringing means somebody's talking about you. Sorry, that caught my eye. Yes, I've heard that one. I forgot about that one. Okay, so the way it works is all your downstrokes. And the way to know what side and all of that is about how you have drawn out your bones, because it depends on like what's going to close up the loop or not. For instance, this E, I would not come in on the inside because I want to keep that loop safe and open. So I would come in on this side. I really wish I had a workbook out here. Let me see if I do. Oh, I do, but if I do, then that y'all are going to see I'm barefoot. If I go get it, just don't judge me. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe you can see my feet and I told off on myself, but it's too cold for me to be barefoot. But look, I'm from the country. I'm barefoot. I'm a barefoot person. Let me show you this real quick. It'll help you know what I'm talking about in the book. Well, it'll help you know what I'm talking about with the thickness stuff. See, here's that D that I told y'all I had arrows on. But okay, this is my favorite illustration. I've got just a minute, y'all. This is my favorite illustration of so if you have the book, it's on page 37. And what we're doing is you pretend you draw your bones differently from me. Like if you draw your E like this, and mine changes every time almost, so sometimes I might go to the inside, sometimes I might go to the outside, but it depends. If you have a small loop that says you're going to bold on the outside, like I just showed you right there. But if you have a medium-sized loop, you might have to bold on both sides. But if you have a super large loop, see, I wouldn't go over here because I don't have the room. So I would close up the loop better with the inside. So, but here's what I want you to see. They all end up looking alike. So you're good. You just have to get a balanced look, but it's always the downstroke to answer her question. And so in the online class, again, if you are new here and you want to know more about it, just comment beginner and it will give you a link to my online class that is extremely detailed. It walks you through letter by letter and it teaches you how to connect letters to make pretty words. And it goes through laying out how to lay out lettering for phrases and all the things. So I wanted to be sure you knew about that I have an instructional video class, but I also have the workbook. So you can actually get the class and add the workbook on, or you can just get the workbook because the workbook is very detailed too. And it even has projects. Like it will walk you through, look, Bible journaling. Another thing I should say is I'm very faith-based on all my things. So I know if you've recently saw, I had to post a reel about, I try to be very transparent because some of the reviews I've gotten have been, well, I wanted to learn lettering, but I didn't care about the Bible stuff. Look, it's in there. So if that's not your thing, that's totally fine. I just don't want you to get it and be surprised. So you're going to see things like praise the Lord. This one is a wood block that I lettered, and I tell you the tools to buy to create it. There's my family right there. And then let's see. So it's got projects too, but you're going to see faith-based things. But that's just because, listen, God has been so good to me when I truly did not deserve it. And if you do not know him, look, Jesus Christ loves you. He came into this world to save sinners like me, sinners like you, and we are all equal at the foot of the cross. And I just want you to know him. So I'd love to get on here and letter, but my main goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ. And so I totally did not plan on doing that. Sorry to get off on that tangent, but it just dawned on me when I saw praise the Lord in here that my goal is to give him glory in all things. And he gave me this business. He has given me this page here, and I don't ever, ever, ever want to leave him out of anything or deny him in any way. So I want you to know how good he's been to me and faithful he's been to me. And if all of this shuts down tomorrow, he is still good and faithful. And I love him so much. There's the song that's coming to my mind is the hymn, whenever it says, love so amazing, so divine, demands my life, my strength, my all. Is it? No, hold on. I can't even think of it right now. I'm just kind of flustered. But anyway, demands my life, my something, my all. Anyway, it's coming to my mind, and I'm just like, this would not be here without him. So I'm thankful for him, and I just want you to know to not be surprised if you get my products, if you get my class. I remember because it's been a little while since I recorded that class, but I know we hand letter It Is Well With My Soul and probably a scripture. I don't really remember, but no, and I'm not. Felicia said that I should not have to apologize. And that's a good point because somebody commented that on my thing the other day. I'm not apologizing. That's a very good point because you're right. And here's the thing. There's other hand lettering artists out there that do not, I'm not saying that they're not Christians, but like they don't share their faith or they have a different faith. That's their page. They can do that. They can do anything they want on their page. But, I just like to say, because this page has grown. I see Joey coming, has grown so much that there's so many new faces here that, it is, if you just find me on a reel, you may not know that about me because I don't say it maybe in every single reel. So that's why I felt the need to address it. Okay, you got to get on a call.
Yeah.
All right. I will talk to y'all later. Sorry, I have to run. Lori, thank you for saying that. Okay, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.